Hi guys, happy to see you again. Did you watch my last video about the Korean rigged election 2020? Well, this election showed very strange data. More than 100% of population voted. Is it possible? Well, some people go to work, go to a restaurant, or go on a vacation, and many other things. It's practically impossible to have 100% of voting percentage in any country, in any election, in any case. I've never seen any case of it. Have you ever seen? This time, I'm sharing you some data about ratios. It's about the strange ratios in this election, which are practically impossible, naturally. Okay, first of all, this election is divided into two voting. Early voting plus main voting. So what is early voting? According to the Wikipedia, early voting is a process by which voters in a public election can vote prior to the scheduled election day. Which means you can vote some days earlier for the election because you can have affairs, business, or something else. You can be busy for some reasons. So there is an early voting system. So when was the early voting date of this election? Let me just refer it early. It was 2020 April 10. April 10. So when was the main voting? It was 2020 April 15. 15. What do you think of this number? 10 and 15. There are 5 days of gaps. 5 days of gap. You voted in early voting on April 10th, and there was main voting after 5 days of it. Don't you think it's strange? This gap was too big, too low. If this voting was natural, this period must be explained. I think it's enough number of days to do some manipulation, to change some data, to change the votes or something. Okay, let's go on to the next page. This time, it's about the strange ratios in 3 regions: Incheon, Gyeonggi, and Seoul. There were 2 main competitors, the Democratic Party and the United Future Party. These 2 parties are the 2 main parties of Korea. And this one is the total vote of early votings. And this one is total of main voting. Ratio. This one is the ratio, and this one is also ratio. So I think the ratios are strange. The ratio between these two parties was 63 to 36 in Incheon. It was also 63 to 36 in Gyeonggi. And it was also 63 to 36 in Seoul. In these three regions, simultaneously, the ratios were 63 to 36. How much is the possibility to have 63 to 36 ratios in three regions simultaneously? I think it's very, very low possibility. The ratios in main votings were different. 54 to 45, 52 to 47, 50 to 49. Well, it must be different. But the problem is this: early voting's percentage. I suspect that the manipulation was done on early voting because they had 5 days of preparation, 5 days of time to prepare to change the results, isn't it? It's more reasonable to say that it was done on early votings than the main voting. So this one is 2016 election. No fraud. No fraud. This one is 2020. There was fraud. So if you take a look at the general election in 2016, there's no big disparity. There's no big gap between early voting and main voting. Only 2%, minus 1%, 1%. Yes, the numbers are so different, but the gaps are not very big. Almost equivalent. But if you take a look at this 2020 general election, it's very problematic. You see, the disparity was minus 16%, plus 15%, minus 12%. Don't you think it's strange? Can it be more than 10% of disparity between early voting and main voting? I think it's impossible to happen in reality. They are the same residents in the same regions. Maybe they share same opinions. But the results were very big. They only voted 5 days before the main election. Isn't it? Well, there are more suspicions about this election. First of all, this was out of jurisdiction. Early voting. This is in the jurisdiction. Also early voting. This is main voting. So, these two are administrative divisions. This is outside of urban area. This is city. This is inside of urban area. There is two big populations, so they've divided into two regions. That's it. But you take a look at this ratio. the number of these inside city times this number is this out of city. Does it make sense? Let's use some calculator. Where's this? First, put this. One, 5, 7, 9, 7 times divided by 1 million times this number 3,91530. See? 6,184.9. So it's this number. See? Another one. This one. This one. 11,335. Divided by 1 million times 3,93471. You see? It's equal. Another one. This. 5,296. See? It's this number. Same. Which simply means the ratio between these two votes and these two votes are the same. Practically same. 0.39. Which means if you set this as 100, this is only 39%. This is 39% of this. This is 39% of this. This is 39% of this. Is it a coincidence? It's impossible. This is 2016 general election graph. Did you find something strange here? Maybe not. There's nothing strange here. What about the next one? 2020 general election graph. You see? There must be something strange. This is minus. I mean this, Democratic Party took the votes United Future Parties. If they the Democratic Party, the blue one, took the votes of this party, this can be done. This is absolutely symmetric, isn't it? The shape is equal, which means the party on the right side took the votes of the left side. Not only in Seoul, in many regions also. Busan, Incheon, Daejeon, Daegu, Ulsan. In all these regions it happened. Thank you for watching. See you next time.